John Wayne, a Hollywood icon, represented the rugged American spirit in his films, but his strong opinions often stirred up controversy. His complex personality led to both admiration and resentment among peers. While his talent and toughness earned him a place in the hearts of many, they also resulted in significant clashes with some colleagues. Among those he could not tolerate was actor and director John Ford. Their relationship was marked by intense disagreements, particularly over creative differences and Ford's demanding nature. Wayne felt that Ford's perfectionism often stifled his own artistic expression. Another figure Wayne had a contentious relationship with was actor Marlon Brando. Their opposing views on acting styles and personal philosophies created a rift that was hard to bridge. Additionally, Wayne had a strong dislike for screenwriter and director Sam Peckinpah, whose violent storytelling and unconventional methods clashed with Wayne's more traditional approach to filmmaking. These feuds reveal the complexities of Wayne's character and the challenges he faced in an industry filled with strong personalities. The most notable of these conflicts, however, was with actor and activist Jane Fonda. Their ideological differences, particularly regarding the Vietnam War, fueled a bitter animosity that lasted for years. Wayne's disdain for Fonda was rooted in her outspoken anti-war stance, which he believed undermined the sacrifices made by American soldiers. This enduring feud highlights the stark contrasts in their beliefs and the personal toll such conflicts can take in the world of entertainment. Born in May 1907 in Winterset, Iowa, John Wayne, whose real name was Marion Robert Morrison, grew up in Southern California. His early life was marked by a love for sports and a strong sense of adventure. This rugged upbringing would later influence his on-screen persona. Wayne's journey to becoming a Hollywood icon was not immediate. He began his career in the early 1930s, taking on small roles that often went unnoticed. For nearly a decade, he worked in the background of the film industry, honing his craft and waiting for the right opportunity to shine. His big break came in 1939 with John Ford's classic film Stagecoach. In this film, Wayne played the Ringo Kid, a character that was both flawed and heroic. This role marked a turning point in his career, as it introduced a new kind of Hollywood hero, one who was not perfect but was resolute in his beliefs and actions. The success of Stagecoach catapulted Wayne into stardom, and he quickly became known as the Duke, a nickname that reflected his larger-than-life presence on screen. Throughout his career, Wayne starred in over 71 films, many of which became classics. His performances in films like True Grit, The Searchers, and Rio Bravo showcased his ability to embody the rugged, resilient American spirit. These characters often displayed grit, determination, and an unwavering sense of patriotism, resonating deeply with audiences. Wayne's impact on Hollywood is undeniable, as he helped redefine the image of the classic hero during the golden era of American cinema. His legacy continues to influence actors and filmmakers today, solidifying his place in the history of film. During the 1940s and 1950s, John Wayne became an icon of the Western genre, thanks in part to his fruitful collaboration with director John Ford. Their partnership yielded cinematic masterpieces like She Wore a Yellow Ribbon and Fort Apache, which boasted rich narratives and multi-dimensional characters. Wayne's performances in these films defied the era's typical one-dimensional roles, injecting depth and nuance into his characters. His portrayal of complex figures allowed audiences to connect with the stories on a deeper level. However, his impact extended far beyond westerns. He explored various genres, including war films like The Sands of Iwo Jima, where he played the tough-as-nails Sergeant Stryker. In romantic dramas like The Quiet Man, he portrayed an American boxer reconnecting with his Irish heritage. With each role, Wayne brought a genuine authenticity that resonated with audiences, cementing his status as one of the biggest box office draws of his time. What truly distinguished John Wayne was his off-camera persona, which closely mirrored his on-screen characters. His personal beliefs, political leanings, and fiery temperament infused his performances, blurring the lines between the actor and the character. When he portrayed a cowboy standing up to outlaws or a soldier defending his country, audiences believed in him because he was often being himself rather than acting off the silver screen. Wayne's life was equally fascinating. He was unapologetic about his views, never shying away from controversy, and held conservative beliefs during politically charged times. He was part of Hollywood circles that supported blacklisting alleged communists. This political stance influenced his off-camera relationships and shaped the films he chose to work on, as well as the roles he played. For example, in Big Jim McLean, Wayne played a federal agent investigating communist activity, a role that aligned with his personal views at the time. His strong convictions and larger-than-life persona made him a unique figure in American cinema. John Wayne, the iconic Duke, embodied a rugged American spirit on screen, but his strong views and unapologetic persona led to intense feuds with colleagues, particularly with Jane Fonda. Wayne's status in popular culture gave him a prominent platform to express his conservative views on the Vietnam War. He appeared to support the conflict, as shown by his visit to Southeast Asia in 1966, to show appreciation for American troops. At that time, Hollywood was politically polarized, with many actors remaining silent, while others, like Fonda, took a strong opposing stance, actively campaigning for the U.S. government to withdraw from Vietnam. Wayne harbored intense animosity towards Fonda, who openly criticized the war. He made scathing remarks about her, stating that she and her husband, Tom Hayden, should be ashamed for their role in stopping aid to South Vietnam. He condemned the consequences of their actions, lamenting the suffering of the South Vietnamese. Fonda's vocal criticism was further inflamed by her infamous photograph taken in 1972, where she was seen sitting on a North Vietnamese anti-aircraft gun. This image sparked outrage in the U.S., earning her the derogatory nickname Hanoi Jane, which tarnished her reputation for years. In a 2000 interview, Fonda expressed deep regret over the photograph, acknowledging the pain it caused many soldiers. She reflected on the possibility of being manipulated during the incident, taking responsibility for her actions. Despite her regrets, Fonda's reputation suffered, and she continued to be viewed as a traitor by some, including Wayne, who never forgave her for her actions. Their relationship began in the 1950s, when James Arness was a novice actor, trying to carve out a space for himself in Hollywood. John Wayne, already a towering figure in the industry, recognized Arness's talent, and took him under his wing. Wayne's endorsement for the role of Matt Dillon in the television series Gunsmoke was a pivotal moment for Arness, propelling him into stardom, and marking the beginning of one of the longest-running primetime dramas in television history. The camaraderie between them was evident, with Wayne frequently praising Arness's work ethic and skill, while Arness acknowledged Wayne's crucial role in his success. Their friendship was also filled with light-hearted moments, including shared horseback riding and poker nights. However, the dynamic shifted with the 1960 project The Alamo. Wayne had invested not only his finances but also his heart into this film, envisioning it as a grand testament to his artistic vision. He sought a cast that shared his dedication, and naturally, he offered Arness a significant role. Yet, as production approached, Arness declined the offer, citing personal reasons and prior commitments. This decision struck Wayne deeply, feeling betrayed rather than just disappointed. For Wayne, The Alamo was more than a film. It was a reflection of his dreams and aspirations. He interpreted Arness's refusal as a lack of faith in his vision. On the other hand, Arness maintained that his reasons were valid, though they remained unclear, leading to speculation about prior commitments or concerns regarding the script and direction. Regardless of the reasons, this decision created a rift between the two men. In later public appearances, the tension was palpable. Their once warm and jovial interactions turned into brief, curt acknowledgments, and a noticeable chill filled the air. While neither addressed the rift publicly, those familiar with their relationship could see the stark contrast between their initial warmth and the newfound distance that characterized their interactions. In 1928, John Ford first spotted John Wayne on the set of Mother Machree, a rather forgettable Irish melodrama. At that time, Wayne was merely a property boy, an extra, working to supplement his college football scholarship. He was physically imposing but had an innocent look about him. Ford recognized Wayne's potential, but felt he needed more life experience to balance his innocence. He famously remarked that he wanted some pain written on Wayne's face to offset that innocence. A still photo from 1930 confirms Ford's assessment, showing Wayne with a soft and naive appearance, much like an unfinished cheesecake. Wayne's acting career truly began when Raoul Walsh cast him in his first leading role in The Big Trail in 1930. Walsh advised him to change his name to John Wayne after consulting with studio executives. On the set of the 1945 film They Were Expendable, Ford frequently insulted Wayne for his lack of military service during World War II. Ford, who had served as a naval captain, viewed Wayne's absence from combat as cowardly. This constant belittling came to an end when Wayne's co-star, Robert Montgomery, intervened. Montgomery, also a naval officer during the war, told Ford to stop his insults immediately. This confrontation moved Ford to tears, and he ceased his verbal abuse of Wayne from that point on. The film, which premiered in late December 1945, was delayed due to Japan's surrender earlier that year. Despite receiving positive reviews, it had a lukewarm response at the box office. Wayne later attributed this to audience fatigue, noting that people had seen countless war stories and were simply tired of the genre. Wayne had tolerated Ford's insults for months, knowing that Ford played a significant role in launching his career with the 1939 film Stagecoach. However, Montgomery's intervention allowed Wayne to work without further harassment from the director. At the age of 34, John Wayne was granted a 3-year draft deferment, which exempted him from military service due to his family status. He had a wife and 4 children to support, which played a significant role in his exemption. However, as many of his fellow actors began enlisting during World War II, Wayne faced considerable criticism for not joining the military. In response to this criticism, he argued that he could best serve his country by boosting the morale of soldiers through his films. His portrayal of the quintessential hero in numerous movies inspired and influenced many, lifting the spirits of fighting men during a challenging time. Despite his contributions to morale, Wayne is believed to have harbored some resentment towards director John Ford. This animosity likely stemmed from Ford's persistent criticism of Wayne for not serving in the military, despite Wayne having a valid exemption. Ford's constant belittling may have felt unfair to Wayne, who believed his reasons for not serving were legitimate. This tension between the two men highlights the complexities of Wayne's situation during a time when patriotism was highly valued, and the expectations placed on public figures were immense. The Wayne-Eastwood feud represents a Hollywood Cold War between two titans of the Western film legacy. John Wayne and Clint Eastwood left an enduring impact on the genre that transcends generations. Despite their contemporaneous careers in a fiercely competitive industry, their relationship was complex, fueled by a subtle rivalry stemming from their fundamentally different approaches to Western films, and a deep-seated respect for one another. John Wayne's Westerns embody a nostalgic era, reflecting a traditionalist perspective on the Old West. His films typically featured clear moral dichotomies, with characters personifying the quintessential American hero, courageous, principled, and resolute in the face of challenges. These stories revolved around the ultimate triumph of justice, set against backdrops of hope and rugged beauty. In contrast, Clint Eastwood's Westerns marked a significant departure from Wayne's iconic portrayals. Eastwood's directorial efforts brought gritty realism to the genre, showcasing complex moralities and blurred lines between right and wrong. His characters, like the mysterious man with no name, were driven by personal convictions and codes rather than a clear-cut sense of justice. The landscapes in Eastwood's films reflected this moral complexity, painting the West as a brutal and unforgiving terrain where survival often trumped traditional moral values. This stark, almost dystopian representation of the West stood in sharp contrast to the more romanticized and optimistic landscapes of Wayne's films, offering a fresh and nuanced perspective on the American West. John Wayne, a stalwart traditionalist, openly expressed his disapproval of Clint Eastwood's films, notably criticizing High Plains Drifter for its pessimistic tone and perceived departure from the true American spirit. Wayne believed that Eastwood's portrayal of the West compromised the values that the genre traditionally embodied. Eastwood, however, countered that the West was not always a simplistic black-and-white landscape. He argued that to authentically capture the raw, unpredictable nature of frontier life, one must move beyond traditional moral binaries. Eastwood's films, with their complex characters and nuanced narratives, were in his view a more genuine representation of the era. Their differing philosophies also influenced their filmmaking styles. Wayne's films often featured grandiose set pieces, sweeping landscapes, and an epic scope, while Eastwood's were more intimate, focusing on close-ups that captured the subtleties of his characters' emotions, and frequently employing a muted color palette to reflect the bleakness of his stories. Their professional differences extended beyond the silver screen, with a subtle yet palpable tension evident in their public statements. While neither John Wayne nor Clint Eastwood would directly criticize the other in interviews, their comments often contained veiled criticisms. Wayne would express his disapproval of the revisionist approach to Westerns, indirectly referencing filmmakers like Eastwood, who were redefining the genre. Meanwhile, Eastwood would emphasize the importance of evolving with the times, and not clinging to outdated traditions, a subtle jab at Wayne's steadfast commitment to classic Western storytelling. During Hollywood's golden age, two luminaries shone brightly: John Wayne and Frank Sinatra. While they excelled in different areas, Wayne in westerns and war films, and Sinatra in music and dramatic roles, their paths frequently intersected, leading to a complex and fascinating relationship. Despite their differing domains, they shared a connection that was multifaceted and captivating, reflecting the dynamic and interconnected nature of Hollywood's elite during that era. Initially, Wayne and Sinatra may have seemed like an unlikely pair, with vastly different public personas. Wayne epitomized rugged traditional American masculinity, symbolizing unwavering values and principles, while Sinatra exuded suave sophistication, captivating audiences worldwide with his smooth charm and velvety voice. Their political views also appeared to be polar opposites, with Wayne being a staunch conservative deeply rooted in patriotism and unwavering American loyalty. In contrast, Sinatra's political beliefs evolved over time, initially aligning with the Democratic Party and the Kennedy family, but he was generally perceived as more liberal, especially in his early years. Despite these differences, their relationship was more complex and intriguing than meets the eye. Their political disagreements often led to intense exchanges and clashes, sometimes threatening to boil over into physical confrontations. The 1960s, a decade of significant social and political change, saw numerous heated debates between Wayne and Sinatra. One notable incident reportedly occurred at a party, where a passionate political discussion escalated to the point of nearly turning violent, but was eventually diffused by intervening guests. This incident has become legendary among Hollywood insiders, symbolizing the depth of their political divide and the intensity of their disagreements. Despite their political disagreements and occasional clashes, Wayne and Sinatra shared a deep respect for each other's artistic talents and contributions to the entertainment industry. Sinatra often expressed admiration for Wayne's unwavering dedication to his craft, while Wayne marveled at Sinatra's extraordinary vocal gift and ability to mesmerize audiences. Their relationship was marked by periods of tension and reconciliation, reflecting their dynamic personalities and the shifting social and political landscape. In the 1970s, as Sinatra's political views shifted towards conservatism, their relationship underwent a noticeable transformation. They were spotted together at various events, and while they never became close friends, the tension that once characterized their interactions seemed to have dissipated, replaced by a sense of mutual respect and appreciation. The animosity between John Wayne and Marlon Brando was ignited by a bold statement that would forever change the landscape of Hollywood rivalries. This legendary feud was not merely a clash of personalities, but was sparked by a pivotal incident at the Academy Awards, a night that is supposed to celebrate the best in film. When Brando won the Best Actor award for his iconic role in The Godfather, he chose to send Native American activist Sachin Littlefeather to accept the award on his behalf instead of attending in person. This unconventional move enraged Wayne, who was known for his tough guy persona. Reports indicate that Wayne was so furious that he attempted to storm the stage to confront Littlefeather, leading to a dramatic scene that required 6 security guards to restrain him. Wayne's disdain for Brando deepened after this incident. He criticized Brando for not having the courage to accept the award himself, viewing the gesture as cowardly. Wayne dismissed Littlefeather as an unknown girl in an Indian costume, showing his contempt not only for Brando's absence, but also for the message he was trying to convey. This moment highlighted the stark differences between the two actors, with Wayne representing traditional values and directness, while Brando embraced a more symbolic and unconventional approach. The Academy Awards incident became a defining moment in their rivalry, illustrating how personal beliefs and egos can turn a prestigious event into a battleground for ideological differences. The feud between these two Hollywood giants continues to intrigue fans, revealing the complexities of the entertainment industry and the deep-seated emotions that can arise from a single bold statement. In the glamorous world of Hollywood's golden age, a notable tension simmered between two cinematic giants, John Wayne and Clark Gable. Despite their shared success and profession, their relationship was marked by deep-seated animosity rooted in a clash of values and principles. The 1953 film Mambo served as a catalyst for their strained relationship, which would persist throughout their careers. For John Wayne, loyalty was an unwavering virtue, and he held it paramount. His unshakable commitment to his friends and mentors, particularly John Ford, often put him at odds with others, including Gable. This loyalty was a core aspect of Wayne's character, extending far beyond the glamour of Hollywood. Any perceived disloyalty was considered an unforgivable transgression. According to Isa Wayne, her father believed that supporting anyone against his allies or showing disloyalty was unacceptable. At the heart of the issue was Wayne's profound respect for John Ford, whom he regarded as a friend and mentor. When creative differences arose during the production of Mambo, Wayne's loyalty to Ford took precedence over any professional disagreements. This unwavering dedication to his principles demonstrated that Wayne's values extended far beyond the superficial camaraderie of Hollywood. John Wayne's animosity towards Clark Gable went beyond mere professional differences, extending into personal disdain. Wayne was blunt in his assessment of Gable, labeling him an idiot and suggesting that acting was the only profession he was intelligent enough to pursue. However, he did acknowledge Gable's physical attractiveness, albeit with a hint of sarcasm. The tension between the two actors was mutual, with Gable also contributing to the acrimony. Their clashing personalities created a palpable atmosphere of rivalry and disdain on and off the set of Mambo. This raised intriguing questions about the impact of their dynamics on the film's outcome. Did the tension between Wayne and Gable translate into electrifying on-screen chemistry, or did it hinder the film's success? These questions highlight the complexities of Hollywood relationships, where personal and professional conflicts can have a lasting impact. Despite the turmoil between its leads, Mambo remains a significant cinematic artifact, capturing the essence of a tumultuous era in Hollywood's history. Directed by John Ford, and featuring the captivating Ava Gardner alongside the feuding Wayne and Gable, the film serves as a testament to the challenges faced by larger-than-life personalities in the pursuit of cinematic greatness. Ultimately, the animosity between John Wayne and Clark Gable serves as a poignant reminder of the fleeting nature of friendships in the glamorous yet cutthroat world of Hollywood. While Wayne's unwavering loyalty to John Ford may have come at the cost of a harmonious relationship with Gable, it also cemented his reputation as a man of unshakable principles in an industry often marked by ephemeral alliances. As John Wayne's legendary career began to wind down, Gene Hackman emerged as a rising star in Hollywood. This dynamic mirrored the earlier situation with Clint Eastwood, but the reasons behind Wayne's intense disapproval of Hackman's acting skills remain unclear. Their feud has become a lasting legend in the industry. Timing played a crucial role in their relationship, as Wayne's career was nearing its end while Hackman was gaining momentum. The release of The French Connection, a film that solidified Hackman's success, coincided with this period of transition. Interestingly, Wayne's daughter, Isa, revealed that her father held a deep-seated disdain for Hackman, often bluntly referring to him as the worst actor in town. This animosity, despite their differing career paths, adds to the intrigue of their enduring Hollywood feud. Isa's revelations shed light on the enigma surrounding her father's intense dislike for Hackman. Despite making scathing remarks, John Wayne showed no signs of backing down, and his criticism peaked when he declared Hackman to be terrible on screen. The blunt nature of Wayne's assessment has only fueled speculation, leaving fans and industry insiders wondering what could have driven such intense animosity. According to Isa, Hackman was the sole individual her father spoke about with genuine venom, highlighting the singular focus of Wayne's disdain. This, combined with the lack of clear reasoning behind his feelings, has only added to the mystique surrounding their feud. While professional rivalries among actors are common, the intensity and unexplained nature of Wayne's disapproval make this feud stand out. Another perspective to consider is the stark contrast in their acting approaches. John Wayne, renowned for his tough and stoic on-screen presence, might have been discomforted by Gene Hackman's more subtle and adaptable acting style. This clash of styles could have led Wayne to view Hackman as an inferior actor. Regardless of the underlying motivation, the feud between John Wayne and Gene Hackman remains a fascinating mystery in Hollywood lore. The lack of a clear explanation for Wayne's intense dislike only adds to the allure, leaving fans to ponder the dynamics that fueled such strong disapproval. Unlike his notorious feuds and animosity with some colleagues, John Wayne's relationship with Maureen O'Hara was a notable exception. What made their dynamic so unique and special set her apart from others? John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara formed a legendary on-screen partnership that showcased their deep and abiding respect for one another. Their collaboration spanned several classic films, built on a foundation of mutual admiration and trust. Wayne often referred to O'Hara as the greatest actress in the world, and their films are celebrated for their chemistry and authenticity. Their most notable works together include Rio Grande, The Quiet Man, The Wings of Eagles, and McClintock. In each of these films, Wayne and O'Hara brought depth and nuance to their characters, their performances elevated by their natural rapport and understanding of each other's acting styles. Off-screen, they shared a warm and enduring friendship, strengthened by their shared Irish heritage and love of storytelling. O'Hara often spoke of Wayne's kindness, generosity, and unwavering support both on and off the set. In turn, Wayne admired O'Hara's fiery spirit, her talent, and her dedication to her craft. Their partnership stands as a testament to the power of collaboration and mutual respect during Hollywood's golden age. Even today, their films remain beloved classics, a tribute to the enduring legacy of John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara's on-screen partnership.